The prime corridor of power is actually the blue line on the Washington, D.C. Metro, which goes from the Congress to the Pentagon, passing the White House, the State Department, the World Bank, all the big museums. And in the middle of all of that, there's one university on the blue line, and that's George Washington University. We even have a subway stop named after us. And to me, that's the most exciting place you could possibly be.
The School of Media and Public Affairs will train you to be the best at whatever you do. Journalism, media, is right here in Washington.
We're right down the street from the White House. We're across the street from the World Bank. Everything that's happening in the world comes through basically about a 10-block radius of this university.
Now, geography isn't everything, but it certainly sets the tone for what we do, what our faculty do, what our students do. We're right here.
What happens here in Washington is doing, learning, and politics. This is a power town. All right, you want to understand a power town, you got to be in a power town.
The School of Media and Public Affairs at the George Washington University is made up of two majors, political communication and journalism.
Political communication is the study of information and its role in the political process. So we look at how it's used and distributed and controlled, managed by whoever it might be.
Journalism, you're learning how to write in a traditional journalism form for a newspaper, for a magazine, for an online publication, for television, etc.
A lot of students who are interested in journalism are also interested in political communication. We allow students to kind of cross the boundary.
We have opportunities on an almost daily basis for interactions with leaders in the field of political communication, politics, and policy making. There's an atmosphere here that is unequaled at any university, and I've taught at several. There's nowhere like this for people who really are interested in political communication.
They get two different perspectives on how news gets reported and how people who are in the news view the news.
And what's really unique, I think, about the School of Media and Public Affairs is that we bring the journalists, the academics, and the policymakers, the people who do all this, together in the classroom, in events.
You can attend talks, you can meet people who are doing work right now on the issues that we care about in media and politics around the world.
You meet these people, you see these people, there's no longer like this television screen that is separating you from these people in Washington. No, you are in Washington and you are a direct observer and participant in what's happening here.
I picked GW definitely because of SMPA. It's the best school here that there is. I've gotten so much hands-on experience, and I've been taught by professors who have done it all in the business.
We bring faculty members who receive Lifetime Achievement Awards, who are recognized as some of the top researchers in political science, sociology, communication studies in the world.
We've seen some of them on television. Some of them have written numerous books. Some of them have worked in their field in journalism or media for years.
These are people whose names I had heard, whose books are being read on other campuses.
I'm learning about campaign advertising for somebody who did campaign ads, and I'm learning about public opinion from somebody who was a pollster for years for the Clinton administration.
This is the heart of operations here at SMPA. As you can see, it's a state-of-the-art studio facility. We bring in not only professional clients, but it's the place where the students do their own productions.
You get to practice shooting stories. You also get to practice all the production value. You get to learn how to record sound. You get to learn how to use all the editing software that you're going to have to use in the field. So that's part of the all-around curriculum.
You don't feel like you're sitting in a classroom, because you're not. You're out there, you're filming stories, and you're sitting in edit bays and editing your pieces together. It just doesn't feel like work.
We have plenty of resources here at SMPA to make sure you always have the cameras and editing stations you need to do the work for your classes. We also work hard to stay abreast of all the upgrades in technology, such as in our editing system here, Final Cut Pro.
Anywhere in the world, not just in America, but in the world, where there's a need for people who can communicate, who can write, who can gather and analyze information, whether they're working for the government, whether they're working for a news organization, whether they're working for an NGO. Every single one of those jobs is today being held by graduates of our program because their comfort level, their knowledge, their fingertip understanding of where the media universe is going is unparalleled.